Malignant is absolutely insane. You ever watch a scary movie and then you're so scared afterward that when you go to shower you have to wash your hair with your eyes open and then your eyes are just burning? Well, this movie didn't make me do that, but it's still fire. And it's gotta be one of my favorite and one of the more creative horror movies to come out in the last few years. Hey James Wan, you crazy for this one. Alright, so let's get into the chaos of this movie, and because I'm gonna be going through the plot, there's definitely gonna be spoilers. Alright, so we start off with a flashback to this random ass hospital. Why is it named Simeon? And we got this doctor talking about someone named Gabriel getting stronger. Gotta go! And right off the bat, the chaos begins, because Gabriel just starts spazzing. Oh my god! And when I saw this dude pulling out this big ass tranquilizer, I knew I was about to see carnage. And this man Gabriel literally caught like 5 bodies in the first few minutes of the movie. And dude is just vicious. He's like half human, half malicious ass beast. But the doctors end up subduing him, and the head doctor says,
"It's time we cut out the cancer."
Ah shit. We're then introduced to our main character, Madison, and the toxic ass relationship that she's in. But not because of her. She's fire. She's elite, but her man Derek is a trash bum who gets mad at her because she keeps getting pregnant after multiple miscarriages and pretty much doesn't respect her.
It should have been me, not him!
So they get into an argument and this man literally goes crazy.
Are you saying this is my fault? Are you saying this keeps happening because—
Don't touch her!
Bitch!
Oh my god. Bro, I told you he's trash. So one of the reasons why I really like this movie is that it just gets right into the action. They give us jump scares in the first 15 minutes. So that hoe Derek is sleeping on the couch when a bunch of random appliances start spazzing, you know, Supernatural movie 101. Like bro, if you see your refrigerator randomly open, you gotta know you're in a horror movie and your first instinct should be to run. And if it's something supernatural, then hey, it is what it is. But this dude probably thought it was a little gust of wind. Stupid bitch. Dude saw a random person in his crib and did nothing. And pretty much Derek just gets deleted from existence by a literal shadow. Ooh. Then Madison wakes up, Shorty is bleeding, and then she finds Derek dead, and the demonic ass shadow with hair just starts chasing her, moving all crazy and shit, and uses its Mr. Incredible ass strength to just knock her out. And the next day she wakes up in the hospital with her sister Sydney, only to find out her baby died. She don't deserve this, man. So Maddie is out of the hospital at this point, and during her first night back, she sees that damn demon standing in the street like Kanye in the distance. And Maddie rushes to lock all the doors and close all the blinds, but why was this not done already? Maddie, I'm rooting for you. You just had your house broken into. Why are you not locking your doors? Oh nah, man, he got in the house? GG's, man. Damn, I guess she's really just gonna leave the door open like that, huh? Oh, and I should also mention that during this time, Maddie reveals that she was actually adopted and that her and Sydney aren't actually biological sisters. It'll come up later. Okay, so we find out that the shadow menace that has been ruining Maddie's life is actually Gabriel from the beginning of the movie. And this is when the movie really starts to pick up, and you realize that Gabriel is actually the epitome of Black Air Force energy. Incident 1. This dude pulls up like Batman on this random tour guide person and just ties her up in his little lair.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Doesn't kill her, just ties her up, and tells her he's waited for this for a minute, so obviously he knows her somehow. Then he gets himself some new drip, cause you know he gotta have his little villain costume. Why'd he dress like Undertaker? Then he calls up Dr. Weaver, the one that experimented on him and said to cut out the cancer at the beginning, and pretty much tells her that he's coming. And at this point, she should have left her house expeditiously, but y'all know damn well she didn't do that, which leads us to Incident 2. So we're back at Maddie's house, and all of a sudden we just see this.
I'm not feeling that.
Hey, that washing machine, nice as hell. Now this is where the crazy stuff starts to happen. So essentially Maddie gets paralyzed and then is able to see Gabriel kill Dr. Weaver, and it seems like she's there even though she's really not. Man, I would have had to just close my eyes and just try to go back to sleep. Gabriel low-key built like Sephiroth. And why is that trophy conveniently so dangerous? Shorty got a damn dagger as a trophy. So of course Gabriel uses this as a weapon and just starts annihilating her viciously.
Oh my god.
Like damn bro, we get it.
He killed her with one of her trophies. We just got the base. The top half is missing.
We're gonna find that missing half.
Yeah, don't we all?
She down bad.
But anywho.
Incident 3. So Maddie once again enters the paralysis state and can see Gabriel about to take out another one of the old simian doctors. And this shit is just wild. She literally got placed in the same bed as the doctor, so she really just has to lay there and watch the demonic nigga just obliterate this dude. And look at his body, bruh. That shit is backward compared to his head. He looks like he just got his back blown out by Donkey Kong. And why does his face look like dried up SpongeBob? So at this point, Maddie is still strangely bleeding from her head, and she ends up getting a call from Gabriel, which is when we find out that the two somehow know each other, because he claims to know that her real name is Emily, and she already knows his name is Gabriel without him even saying it. And he tells her that people tried to say that he was just in her head, but that he's been there the whole time. Now Maddie and Sydney are pretty much like, yo, we gotta figure out who this menace Gabriel is, so they go to their mom to ask about him. And as soon as they utter his name, their mom was literally shaking in her boots.
And who the hell is Gabriel?
NANI?
But she ends up showing them old tapes of Maddie talking to Gabriel, but he couldn't be seen, even though he can be seen now.
Stop saying that.
Maddie, who are you talking to?
Gabriel.
Oh, hell no!
Now during this time, one of the main detectives of the movie figures out who Gabriel's next target is, the last living head doctor of Simian Hospital. But he was too late because Gabriel already slaughtered that man in the damn bathtub, killed that man while he was chilling in his wet dirt.
He's still here! He's still here!
So Gabriel and the detective start fighting, and this is when you realize that Gabriel definitely has enhanced abilities, like he's strong and fast and can manipulate electricity on a small level, but he's definitely not some overpowered supernatural entity. Like, this man struggles fighting the detective, doesn't have bullet immunity, and has to end up running away. And look at the way he moves, man. This dude is goofy. Like, this is how I imagine Waluigi running.
Parkour!
Stupid! What are y'all doing if you see this at night? But anyways, he ends up getting away from the detective. So it's discovered by one of the detectives that Maddie actually was once a patient at Simian Hospital, and that her real name is actually Emily May. But she can't remember any of this, and her parents were never told about this when they adopted her. So the detectives take her to see a hypnotherapist to unlock her repressed memories, and we get a flashback to a time where Maddie's stepmom was pregnant with Sydney. And this man Gabriel is wild. So once again, he couldn't be seen when Maddie was younger, but he could somehow talk to her and manipulate what she was saying.
Go away.
No!
And he makes her think that she's cutting a piece of cake for her mom, but really she was about to kill unborn Sydney, bro. And Gabriel was trying to do this because he didn't want Maddie to forget about him once she had a sister. Then we flash back to reality, and the random woman that Gabriel captured earlier falls through the ceiling of Maddie's house. And when they go to see where she fell from, Gabriel's drip and signature weapon are all there, which means that this man had her tied up in Maddie's house this whole time. So where was he taking shits? But yeah, obviously this looked hella suspicious to the cops, so they threw Maddie's ass in jail expeditiously. So once Maddie is in jail, Sydney goes to Simian Hospital, which is abandoned at this point, where she finds old tapes documenting Maddie's case. And this is when we get the big plot twist of the movie. And I don't know how many of these scenes I can show on YouTube, but here we go. So first we find out that the random woman Gabriel kidnapped and had tied up in Maddie's attic was actually Maddie's birth mother, Serena May. Then while watching the tapes, Sydney and her mom find out that Maddie and Gabriel are actually parasitic twins, meaning that Gabriel literally feeds off of Maddie and they share the same brain.
Sometimes he speaks words. Other times the words are in my head.
I'm going to wake him up.
Now Gabriel can actually access the region of the brain that deals with visualization and make Maddie see what he wants her to see. And pretty much he makes Maddie think that she's living her life as normal, but really he takes control of her body because they share the same brain. So Maddie wasn't really paralyzed and forced to watch Gabriel kill people. It was actually her doing the crimes. She was just being controlled by Gabriel.
Because they literally share the same brain, I think he's able to trick her mind and make her think she's living her life as usual, when in reality, Gabriel has hijacked her body and is using it himself.
And Gabriel was able to do this because he was never fully removed from Maddie because it would have caused her permanent brain damage. Earlier when Dr. Weaver said it's time to cut out the cancer, they cut out most of Gabriel's body and just suppressed the remaining portion of him into the back of Maddie's skull. That's why his body literally looks backward compared to his head, and his hair is all in front of his face. And pretty much Gabriel's whole plan this entire movie has been to just kill everyone that's ever done him wrong. Oh, and he was awakened after all this time because that bum piece of shit Derek smashed her head against the wall. dickhead. Now during this whole reveal, Maddie was getting beat up in jail, which causes Gabriel to come out and take control by literally splitting open the back of her skull. And then this dude goes full on Batman. And I mean, he literally just starts breaking people with Omni-Man levels of viciousness. And he can dodge bullets. Like, why is he an expert in combat like this? With God tier agility.
What?
This man Gabriel really threw the chair like that. This dude gives no fucks. So the movie ends with Gabriel / Maddie pulling up to the hospital to take out his mom, Serena May.
What did you do to my sister?
She's not your sister! Damn!
And right as he's about to finish the mission, he chokes, he gags, because Maddie pulls a reverse card on him and takes control of her body.
Ejectocito, cuz!
And essentially she puts this dude in a mind prison and everybody's happy. Gabriel, rest in piss. So overall, I had a lot of fun watching this movie, but what did you think? Is it a top tier horror movie or a mid tier horror movie, or is it just trash? Let me know what you would rate this movie down in the comments and drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. And Derek, you're a cornball.